glad you enjoyed the soup, and I'm off to get my credit card out and take it down to the bike. And you've got to make a lot of noise. So there we go. Nice chatting this morning. Everybody enjoy your day. MW0GYV 73.
Yeah, cheers everybody. Great chat again. Cheers to Peter, David, Peter, and Frank, and also.
I'll just change frequency before I disappear. Just starting back on to 3615 there. G0TBI. I wonder if G3YJO is.
Zijn zeer laaghomen in doorlaat en heel hooghomen in
Oh, so right, yeah. That seems to be up the road. Well, first of all, no, I haven't come to the.
And chips and things like that. They're a very red potato, aren't they? But I'm not quite sure if they actually mush down to make decent mash. I don't know how you like your mash.
Well, I like it smooth and not grainy, and these are a bit grainy. Maybe I overcooked them or something, I don't know. And it's just now, Peter, and have a nice day from G0GSR.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Just bear with me while I write it down. Oh dear. It's so cold in this shack, it's unbelievable. And getting a pen to work is the other issue. Golf 8, Italy, Zanzibar. I think that's all I've got at the moment. Just give it to me again, would you please? My apologies. I've heard your call sign many times, but I've forgotten what it is. Golf 8, Italy, Zulu, question mark. G0TBI, go ahead.
Right. We'll get there in a minute. G0TDI, I think it is. I think that's a call. From Golf Figure 3, 123, Zulu, Italy, Golf. G3, ZIJ. Yeah, sorry, confusion this end as well. We have worked many times in the past, but only really just got myself back on 80 meter AM, but I've been using a different radio and decided to see if I could fire this one up this morning. Anyhow, name is Roy, Radio Ontario Yankee. Roy is the name. And I'm located in the county of Norfolk. In the county of Norfolk, about 14 miles west of the city of Norwich, out in the sticks. Or about 7 miles north of Dereham, central Norfolk. Yeah, we worked many times in the past, but quite a long while ago. And I'm just hoping that I'm not suddenly going to disappear. Fired up different radio this morning that hadn't been fired up for ages. Using Collins 32V3 and receiving you on the 75A4 at the moment. I thought it was coupled up to the 75A1, but that's such a long while ago I discovered it's coupled up to the A4. 80 meter dipole up, centre of which is up around about 60 odd feet. I've been on fairly regular first thing in the mornings on the 80 meter net early in the mornings with a 19 set amplifier, but haven't been too active in the shack recently, been doing other things. Always trying to fire some of these radios up to make sure everything is still working. So back to you there, I think it's G0TDI, Golf 3, Zulu, India Golf. Yes, fine, Roy. Okay, I got you now. G3ZIG,
G0TBI, a very good morning to you. You're really down in QSB as well, and I have a feeling I'm receiving you on a slightly lower frequency than 1.5. I don't know. Maybe it's my receiver, but the dial setting looks slightly lower than it would where it would normally would be. But not to worry. But lots of QSB on the signal there. I only caught half of your transmitter receiver set up there. I got the second part of it, but not the first. Okay on the early morning stuff, 19 set and high power, etc. Well, I've got a 19 high power in the shack here, but I haven't been on it for quite a few months now. The trouble is having the time to do it, HI, getting on frequency, etc. And we're going out today. We're going off to Birmingham today, the wife and I. So, we're going to go and buy something. So. And we've also got to go shopping to the bank, got to go to the bank, etc. So one or two other things to do today. But thanks for coming back to the call. I'm using the RCA transmitter, the ET4336, Echo Tango 4336, probably with a bit of a hum on it, Roy. That's its characteristic. It's had that ever since I've owned the equipment. That's another story. And of course the receiver's the AR88. Yes, indeed. I remember we worked some time ago, probably a year or so ago, didn't we? From Norfolk there. And I've got a feeling you're not too far away from Fakenham as well. I've got a feeling you're not too far away from Fakenham. We had a conversation about I can't remember their initial name now, what they used to call themselves down there at Fakenham. TrackTech Systems. Latterly known as G1098 on Fleabay there, on eBay. Okay, right, I'll pass it back over. It's a bit difficult going for me, so I may not hold it too long with you, but nice to hear you on anyway. I could do with a cup of tea. I've been out this morning actually. I went out, just turned 8 o'clock with my military Land Rover. Every day now I started up and go off in it for about 8 or 10 miles, and I actually passed the memorial where we did the Remembrance Parade yesterday in the next village to where we are. It's a United Benefice here in Kinver and Enville, and we alternate between the two villages for Remembrance Parade every other year sort of thing. Anyway, I went past the memorial this morning, and most of the tributes, the wreaths, had been blown onto the floor from the few steps leading up to the actual memorial. So I had to go and sort all those out and put those back in pride of place. And we're a considerable lot more this year. There are lots and lots of civilian groups that are now putting tributes on there and wreaths and things. Women's Institute, the Guides. You name it, they're there, Air Training Corps was there. 3 lots of Air Training Corps ones I saw. There was a Submariners one for a Submariners group from wartime. And so quite a few different wreaths laid yesterday there, Roy. Anyway, I hope the temperature's not too low in Norfolk. It's quite chilly here. Here inside the shack, Roy, we've got 5 degrees. Only 5 degrees. It's a porter cabin. I don't keep it heated. I know I should do, but I'm a skinflint when it comes to wasting money. Scottish by birth, Scottish by nature. You know what I mean? I don't. I try not to spend an awful lot of money if I can help it, well, Roy. Anyway, I'll pass it back over. I'll probably take a final from you, Roy, as I was struggling a little bit. And if you can tell me what your transmitter is, I'll get the first part of the combination that you're running. And I'll catch up with you another time. Golf 3, Zulu, India Golf, G0 TBI, Kinver, South Staffs.
Roger, G0 TBI, G3ZIG, Golf 3, Zulu, India Golf. Yeah, all okay. Quite a bit of QSB under pounds, but generally good signal up there fairly well. And using the Collins 32 V3, Collins 32 V3 transmitter. I think that drifts in a wee bit. And as far as the frequency goes, I can see on the, not sure how accurate it is, but I can see on the 75A4, as you say, slightly off frequency, but anyhow, you found me. I heard, I'm not sure if that was you who put out a barrier a little while ago, whilst I was playing with this route. I don't know that I generally intended to actually come on this morning, but I was just trying to sort some things out. But I heard someone come up, and I thought, well, I'll try a call and see if I can get a report. Yes, as I say, it's the Collins 32 V3, and you are correct. I'm not far from Fakenham. I'm midway between Norwich and Fakenham. That's the location. Yeah, it's okay on the tribute. It's very, very windy here yesterday afternoon. Lots of hail yesterday afternoon. It was a glorious morning. We actually took the dog for a walk down at Wells next to sea. Walked down the beach road and back. It was quite cold, but a lovely sunny morning, and by the time we got home it had clouded over. Afternoon, evening, through the night, tremendous amount of hail, tremendous amount of wind, so it's not been very nice. It's actually about 5 degrees outside now. I've taken the dog for a walk this morning. It wasn't very pleasant. We did manage to keep dry, but well, I did. He got splashed up through working, but I wasn't very warm, I have to admit. It's actually about 10 degrees in here now. I did put some heat on when I came back out here. Okay, I'll let you get off there, but good to catch up with you again, and I shall be around quite a bit more now. That's my intention. I've had another project on this last, 3 years, I suppose. My other hat, I'm into vintage vehicles, and that's taken up rather a lot of time. The second one I've just done. So I haven't been too active in the shack, I have to admit. And I'm just trying to recommission everything in here. I've got this, like everybody, collection of old stuff. And I'm just gradually going through it, making sure everything works, and that I can just switch it on and use it, as opposed to where did this blade go, and where did that one go, and where's the plug for this, etc. Just trying to recommission everything again. So that's the story. So I hope you feel that's fine. It's been talking already, and we'll catch up again soon. So I hope you go away, and I'll go on to the next piece of gear to see if I can get that up and running. I've got a TCSP here as well, which I'm going to try and get up and running as well. Okay, something for now. Speak to you again soon, and good to catch up with you again. G0TVI G3ZIG in Norfolk signing. Cheers for now.
Yeah, fine, Roy. Okay, well, pretty consistent on that transmission. There was one dip about 10 seconds in, but you're pretty much to 5 and 6 all the way through it now. So, if anything, conditions were getting slightly better in this last 2 to 3 minutes. And all noted there, Roy, about the blustery conditions yesterday. Yes, it was fairly windy, and my wife kept going on to me about wearing my overcoat. And I said, no, I don't want to wear my overcoat. I want to, excuse me, I want to just be as I am with my regimental blazer and accoutrements, and that's what I did in the end. But she insisted I took the overcoat in the car, but I didn't put it on. And Wells next to sea. Yes, one place I don't think I've ever been to, Wells next to sea. I've certainly been to Norfolk a few times, especially with the military. Starting off really as a young air cadet and having summer camps at Coltishall and Martin, and visiting West Raynham and Swaffham Ranges, and where else did we go? Down in Market Baths to do our special swimming life-saving thing, and then later on with the military at Stamford Plain, Thetford, training area. In fact, I was down there for 9 weeks actually. Once I was standing in for a guy who'd broken his leg, so I was not part of the demonstration team at Thetford many moons ago. That was just as a young Lance Corporal, and I didn't know an awful lot then, but I learnt a lot from the senior NCOs. So great stuff. Nice to talk to you, to Roy. I was going to call you Ray then. Why would I call you Ray? Roy. and look forward to the next bit of kit. I saw some nice Collins gear the other day, actually, whilst I was out and about. I went to visit a fellow VMAS member, and there was a nice selection on display there. And it's always nice to go and see people who you may know or may not know. You know, it's good stuff. 7-3, I'll leave you to it. I thought I heard another carrier come up, but I left a short pause there, but no one came in. So I'll catch up with you another time. And I think what I'll do, I'll go and grab a cup of coffee or tea before we go out today into Birmingham. 7-3 for now. G3 ZIG. G0 TBI, now off and clear. Bye for now, Roy.
Yeah, Roger. G0 TBI, G3 ZIG, okay, good signal all the way through. Some QSP, but all copied fine. And what else next to see is, I think it's one of the closest seaside in Europe. That's slightly closer than Sheringham and Corbin. So that's one that we often go to on a Sunday morning and take the dog for a walk, and usually stop and have a cup of coffee somewhere. Although we didn't yesterday morning, we came straight back home because we wanted to be home early for the remembrance service on the TV, to be perfectly honest. So we were back quite early, but that wasn't. Whilst it was nice and sunny, it wasn't that bad. Okay, Tim, sorry for now. I'm sure I'll catch up with you again very, very soon. But enjoy the day and keep warm. G3 ZIG off and clear. I'll leave the receiver around the frequency. 7-3.
Yep, cheers, Roy. Nice to talk to you. Bye for now.
G3 ZIG Golf 3 Zulu India Golf. Golf 6 Tango Victor Juliet G6 TVJ. Call it.
It was G6 Tango Victor Juliet, I think. Very good morning. G6 TVJ. You just get you down in the log. I'm old school, still use the paper logbook. G6 Tango Victor Juliet, Golf for you Zulu India Golf. Very good morning. Name is Roy, Radio Ontario Yankee. Roy is the name. Located in Central Norfolk. Central Norfolk, midway between Norwich and Fakenham. G6TVJ, G3ZIG.
G3ZIG, G6TVJ returning. Okay, well, very good morning to you, Roy. The name here is Ian, India Alpha November, and the QTH is Bristol, just North Bristol. I found you on. I was downstairs working in the workshop when I had Hat Green on, and I heard you talking to Stuart there. So I just thought I'd give you a call and give you a signal report. Good signal into Bristol. You're about 10 over 9 into Bristol with some QSB, but good signal this morning. And if Stuart's still listening, G0 TBI, you were about plus 20 into Bristol. Always a good signal into Bristol from Stuart there. So name is Ian, and the QTH is Bristol. Back to you, G3ZIG from G6 TVJ.
G6 TVJ, G3ZIG. Yes, all okay, Ian. You're running around about 5 and 8, wasn't you? Around about 58, and but everything copied okay. There is QSB, as you say, which is to be expected, but all copied fine from Bristol there. So we're doing okay, one side of the country to the other. Yeah, it's pretty cold up there in Norfolk. I think we may have got quite a bit of the coldest weather at the moment, blowing off the North Sea. Sunshine and showers this morning, but horrendous yesterday afternoon and in the evening, with hail and big hailstones, etc. Yeah, running a old Collins 32 V3 transmitter, and a Collins 75A4 receiver with an 80 metre inverted V dipole, centre of which is up at just over 60 feet. Just trying it out actually this morning, trying to, well, recommissioning it, I haven't been switched on for such a long time, so I thought it was time I sorted this one out. I usually try and, well, I don't get on every day, but I get on fairly regularly on the 80 metre AM net first thing in the morning, and I've been using a 19 set on there this last, a few weeks, so I thought it was time this one was fired up. Okay, back to you, Ian. See, what are you running there, and then I better try and sort out the next piece of kit. G6 TVJ, G3ZIG.
G3ZIG, G6 TVJ returning. Yeah, okay, Roy. All copied here. Fine on the equipment there. Nice Collins, nice equipment, Collins. As long as not respect for Collins equipment. Yeah, I'm running a DX-100 transmitter, so classic transmitter. Very nice one actually that I've very recently purchased, and it's relatively unmodified at the moment. Change on motor. It's got a fan, low speed fan, just temporarily put in the top. It has a lid that opens, so exactly. So keeping it nice and cool, because they do tend to run quite hot for the X100. And receiver listening to you on a low Hotel Foxtrot 225 low little HF receiver. Really good little receiver, and a particularly good receiver for listening to AM. It's got the synchronous D-mod, which is great for AM. I've got one or two other receivers. I've got Eddystone 940, which I use occasionally. I've got one or two homebrew bits of kit. I did have I've got several homebrew AM transmitters, but since purchasing the DX100, that's been the mainstay of the station, and the other units are awaiting sort of work and tinkering and stuff like that. I hope to be on the air again soon with back on the air with a homebrew setup, which I'm currently modifying. Well, sorry to hear about the weather. I can't actually remember what it was like in Bristol here yesterday, but today it's dry and overcast. We had a frosty morning, but I think it's going to deteriorate during the day. We've got rain forecast for the rest of the week. I think we're probably quite a bit wetter over this side of the country to Norfolk. I expect to get a bit drier up there. Don't know Norfolk that well, really. Saw one or two places, been to Norwich occasionally. And there's a place we know near Acle that sells surplus bits of aircraft bits and pieces. A place near Acle, which is well worth a visit. But it's a gentleman that advertises stuff on the well-known auction site. But otherwise, I'm mostly a West Country person there, Roy. But anyway. Back to you. Very good signal. Nice to hear you this morning. But back to you there. G3ZIG from G6 TVJ.
G6 TVJ, G3ZIG. Yes, all okay. Yeah, all the reasonable signals there at this time of the morning. So all good stuff. But fine on everything down there. You know, we spent a little bit of time down here in August, right next door to Cooper, and we had a little holiday down there for a week, and enjoyed it, although the weather was a bit mixed. I think that was the first or second week in August, and the weather was a little bit mixed, but nevertheless we enjoyed it, Ian. Okay, I won't hold it any longer if you excuse me, please. I want to just try and sort this out. I'm still not sure if this receiver is performing properly. I've got a feeling something is slightly amiss with it. The audio doesn't sound as crisp as it ought to, and it hadn't been switched on for such a long time, so I'm just wondering if something has happened to it. So whether I'll get round to actually sorting it out today, but I will just have a play on it to see what's going on. But but it hadn't been switched on for such a long time, so maybe a cap or something doesn't like it. Okay, 7:03 for now, and plan is to be quite active for the winter months, so I'm sure we'll probably hook up again here. I'm sure we will. 7:03, have a good day, and okay on the weather there, by the way. Thanks for the QSO, really appreciate it. G6 TVJ, G3 ZIG.
G3 ZIG, G6 TVJ return. Yeah, okay, Roy, all copied there. I've got a few things to do. I'm sort of tinkering around the workshop downstairs. If you need any other signal reports later on, I'll be listening most of the day just on Hack Green. But anyway, yeah, it's nice to have a quick chat. 73s for now, and I'll catch you again sometime from G6 TVJ.
Yeah, 7-3, good luck, all the best to you, thank you.